So you are denying yourself gold and XP
Right.
by, first of all, not taking this whole wave when you can, because Garen just based. Okay, so first thing I think you should condition yourself to do in every single game is stand in tri-bush level 1.
Oh yeah. So usually I have been, yeah, I like the cheese over there. I haven't been doing it as much. I don't know why, but
You should do it every single game.
every single game.
Every single game, without
You mean like
question.
every single game?
Yes, every single game until
Okay.
at least we get to like gold.
Okay.
So every single game you stand in tri-bush level 1. One thing that I saw you do that I'm not a big fan of, and this is again min-maxing, it's like very minor stuff.
Okay.
The second you load it into this game, let me get it. So right here, 6 seconds into the game, you just load into the game,
Right.
and then you take E right away.
I always take E first.
It's great to take E first, but there's no point leveling it this early into the game.
I don't understand
because
that.
You don't understand?
Well, no. I'm confused by this because I see other people playing and they don't level anything until they get like they're up by the bush or.
Yeah.
What effect does that have? Why does it matter doing it now or when I get to the top?
It matters because what if there's an instance where your Q would have been better? What if there's an instance where you get invaded by the enemy team in top side or bot side, or you invade and you need to snipe someone over the bush with your Q? Then you don't have it.
Wow. That's a little
And
high. That's a little high
doesn't
level. You should play this game.
And it doesn't change anything if you think about it, whether or not you take it now or later. You're still going to end up taking it if E is the right answer.
Okay, so legit.
But you can never take it back.
Like
So you should delay it as much as possible.
I mean, but nine times out of 10, E is because if I go to sit in the bush, I need my E, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you're still going to end up taking E.
Because sometimes
So
on York,
what difference does it make?
sorry. So sometimes in York, I think about I should wait because I'm always starting Q, but maybe
Yeah.
like E would be better in this particular
Yeah.
scenario, whatever like that.
It's the same for Urgot.
Really?
Yeah,
Does it make me look like more pro play? Is that
100%.
Oh, okay? Then I'm in.
Because
I'm in.
well, think about it. The second you took your E 5 seconds in, I was like, this is a noob play.
Okay.
So the opposite is true. Because if you were to walk to that tri-bush and not leveled an ability,
Right.
and then waited for Garen to walk into you, take an E, and then instantly traded, I would have been like, okay, this guy knows his stuff.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So that's a minor thing. It's, again, very min-maxy.
No. Okay.
Not
all
the
right.
end of the world, but something to consider.
Okay. All right.
So that should be noted. Tri-bush level 1 every single game, without fail, every
Okay.
single game.
Actually, I think I was winning more when I was trying to do that bush cheese.
Yeah, it's one of the best things, and nobody respects it in lower elo.
So but what I used to do is go there, and I would ward it, and
Yeah.
sit in it because otherwise I lose auto attacks when he disappears in the bush. So,
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You can ward
but
it.
if I ran there and warded it right away, then I'm going to get my next ward in enough time to protect from a gank, right?
Well, if you think about it, you know exactly where Garen's going to run to
Right.
when you cheese him level 1. He has two options. He can either run up to his wave,
Right.
in which case you can keep trading onto him if you space correctly, or he can go to the right and run away, in which case he gets completely zoned out of his wave and it's a win for you.
So either way, that's a win.
Yeah, because he gets no gold, no XP, and you get all the gold and all the XP.
Okay.
So you know that if he wants to play the game, he has to run up.
Yeah. So if I
And
start
with that
rushing
knowledge,
people-
you can just
Right.
weave up in between every auto attack. So
Is that
there's
right? Somebody
that.
just said you get 2 stacks of wards. Putting one down ASAP doesn't get the next one faster. I'm saying, but it'll take, what is it, 2 minutes? How long is it between wards?
It's something like 2 minutes. I think it
Ish.
depends. But it also doesn't, like, you don't want to get your ward in as soon as possible so that you can get the next one sooner. That's kind of the wrong approach to have.
Okay, but if I go do the cheese, literally I ward it because I will lose an auto attack when they disappear in the bush when I flip them.
Yeah.
So that's
But
why. That's
also,
why
if
I
you
would do it.
time your flip properly, you won't lose an auto attack.
Yeah. Did I mention I'm bronze? Did I mention the bronze?
Well, that's why we're here.
Besides, my goal is
that's-
S4 by the split, right? So
Yeah. S4 is easy. if you can get the CSing down, you'll be S forward just off of that alone.
Okay. You know what's interesting, and I'm just going to say this, and legit, when I pulled back on my urge to just W everything and push, right?
Yeah.
The game, like I said, the game felt different, but a bunch of stuff became easier because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you had so many more opportunities to take good trades and deny the enemy and go for better all-ins because your opponent wasn't under his tower the whole game.
Okay, all right. This is cool.
Yeah. So at 241, I made a note that you went for a ward, and I think this is where warding, it's important to know some things.
Okay.
So against a champion like Rammus, it's not always good to have a ward where you would traditionally ward against other champions, because by the time you see Rammus,
I want a deeper ward there, right?
Yeah, you want a deeper ward because if you see Rammus, it's already too late.
Okay. Yeah.
If he's on
no,
Tribush.
yeah, 100%. Okay.
So you want to get a deeper ward, and the timer where you went to ward here at 241 was off.
I was late, right?
It's not that you were late, it's just that it was not well synced with what was going on with your wave. So let me show you why that is.
Explain.
Sorry?
Explain.
Okay, I got you. So watch what you do at 241 here.
I look very intent. That's what. Oh, I'm looking at me. Okay.
So did you notice what just happened? What you just did?
Did I give up some CS there?
Yes. So look at this massive wave stack.
Right. Oh, okay. I walked away from it.
It doesn't ever actually crash on the turret.
Oh, okay. I see.
And you kind of just walk away from it,
right,
allowing how many minions?
And I could have traded with him there.
Not only you could have traded, but warding doesn't do anything because you have such a massive wave stack that even if Rammus comes, you can win.
All my little buddies are going to help me, right?
Yeah, because at this point in the game, you have 3 wave stacks, and that's worth more than a champ in on its own.
Okay, all right. That's like having a maiden with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like having a maiden, but like she's really unkillable. I think you should only go for a ward timer when it doesn't
interfere with that.
Interfere with your gold and XP because you missed out on gold and XP there. Going for that ward. Okay. And on top of that, the ward is a very low value ward.
Right. I didn't put in a good spot. So it wasn't really...
You didn't put in a good spot. It wasn't even a good ward. So you ended up losing 1 minion.
These are the things I hear people talking about whether or not it's a value move, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So here you lost a minion, and it's like, okay, you lost a minion, who cares? But it's actually a big deal. Because this minion, it can be the difference between you getting level 3 and going for an all-in while he's still level 2.
Right, yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, because as soon as if you're up at a level, you gotta hit him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And also just going for that timer puts pressure off of Garen to be able to hit this minion right here.
Right.
Get a little bit of damage off on this minion, thin the wave out. You're just giving him free...
But I'm warning because I think I have to at that moment. I'm not looking at actually what's going on.
Yeah.
Because that's very situational, right?
Yeah, but you need to think that, okay, I have 3 stacked waves, I'm invincible.
Can I play that song in the back of my head?
You can.
Okay, cool. All right, as long as we're clear.
Okay. So that's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing I noted is a question that you had, which was, well, it's a question that I had for you that you didn't have answers for. It's what does a turret prioritize?
Yes. So if I hit the champ, it prioritizes me.
It prioritizes you, but otherwise,
the cannon.
The cannon first,
right? And then I don't know.
And then it's the melees. And the way that it'll choose a target is it's the closest one to the turret.
Okay. Why do I care?
And then you care because that helps with your CSing on your turret. If you don't know which target the turret's going to hit next, then you're left with a much shorter reaction time to last hit the minion.
Oh, his minions.
But if you... Sorry?
His minions.
Well, his minions and your minions. It's important to know... Because also, if you know which target the enemy turret is going to hit, then as long as you assume that the Garen also knows this, you can get off some poke under turret, knowing where the Garen's going to be and which minion he's going to look to last hit.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's assuming Garen knows what he's doing, though, right?
Okay. Yeah, well, it is, but we would like to make that assumption. If not, it's a loss for him anyway.
I'm not sure I 100% get this concept. So cannon, than the melee guys, right?
Cannon and the melee guys,
You know,
the
we
closest ones to the turret.
you know we're in Canada, so we say melee different than the other
Do we
people.
say? I didn't know that because every time I would say melee, I would get kind of roasted.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. We say melee, and down there
Okay.
they say melee.
Yes, the melee ones
melee,
first.
I think, or something like that. Yeah. And if the English say something, melee. I don't know what they say. So
They say yeah. And then the range.
So wait a second. I need to absorb that. So okay, so
Yep.
if I'm not doing anything, then it's going for the turret. So are you
It's
saying
going for
that
the
because
cannon.
then this is the part I don't get. So
Yeah.
it's going to go for the turrets, but what is the impact there? You're assuming that he's going to. Oh, okay. So if he's CSing under his. Oh, wait a minute. That's really good for me when I'm under my tower. So,
Yes.
So that okay. So if the wave's pushing at me and I know melee first, it's going to go to the closest one, so I should hit that one, and that improves my CS under tower, and that's what he's
Exactly.
going to do. So I need to deny that, and that's a good chance to poke him because I know where he's going.
Exactly.
Okay.
Spot on.
Okay. So I believe very strongly in the 3 T's. You know what the 3 T's are?
What are they?
So you tell people what you're going to tell them, then you tell
Yeah.
them, and then you tell them what they told them.
Okay.
So I teach that way as well. It's like an introduction, body, and conclusion, right? It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But it's a very good learning strat, right? Otherwise, if I don't smash in my head 3 times, and I'm like, Sanchez said something about the turret. I can't remember. And then I got a sub, and then, so.
Yeah. So you pretty much just told me everything that I told you. So
Right. That's exactly what I did. Yeah. So that I could confirm, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. Did I mute myself?
Yeah, you did.
So that's because I was coughing.
All good.
Did I mention vaping's not good for you, and I do not endorse vaping?
I have never vaped in my life.
You are a smart man.
All right, so on to the next note that I made, which was at 7:20. Let's see what goes on at 7:20. See if I
I
remember.
die horribly there. No.
I think you might have asked me a question. Let's look at the VOD again.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna ask you a question. I asked Waldo the same question. And
What is it?
So, you know when I flash E people, right?
Yeah.
I'm hitting those 2 keys at the exact same time, right?
Oh yeah, that's wrong.
Right, and people are saying you got to E then flash. I've done that, which extends your range, but I find I miss more often.
Okay.
And I mean, just flash E. It's unfortunately it's ingrained since sad many days in Iron.
Yeah.
But usually I'm doing it when they're so close that I'm gonna hit it, and the difference is like a 1/10 of a second.
But if you're so close that you're gonna hit the flash E, then you probably don't need to flash anyway.
Oh, I didn't want to hear that answer. That's not what I wanted to hear at all. So there's a couple times you saw me. I withhold my alt and the flash E, right? So
I'm gonna show you why flash E is actually so good.
okay.
I'll show you that after after the notes.
I don't know if I'm fast enough to do that, but maybe not.
No, anyone can do it. You're fine. We'll practice it. That's why the practice tool is there. Practice tool is your best friend, and you should be in there like 10 minutes a day. Just sharpen up before you get into a game,
You
so
know
we can
what?
practice CSing.
I will do that because I'm going to be honest with you. So one of the things I haven't been doing over the last year, and my mental health is suffering for, is I'm not meditating, right? And just going to the practice tool and just being in that moment and focusing on CS would actually literally be a meditation for me.
It's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So here, I think that the reason why I made a note of this is because if I had not told you, you were ready to just back.
I was out. Yeah, I'm leaving.
You were out.
I'm like, okay,
And-
yeah.
And this is bad. Do you know why it's bad?
Well, because that wave's never going to crash, and it's not going to bounce the way I want it. And there's a whole bunch of other things.
That wave is still pushing into the Garen,
Right.
and you're pretty much giving him. So you are denying yourself gold and XP
Right.
by, first of all, not taking this whole wave when you can, because Garen just based.
So I'm not following through. That's a follow through issue, right?
That's a follow-through issue, and it's just more knowing what to do after getting a kill, because sometimes getting a kill is the worst thing that you can do. If you don't know what to do with the wave. It's the worst feeling ever, not knowing what to do.
Okay.
And if the Garen is smart, he just comes back to this in a perfect wave state, and he just freezes, and you get denied like 4 minions,
Oh yeah.
including a cannon, which is just a nightmare, and your wave state is bad.
How much is that wave worth, cash wise?
This is like 200 gold in the early game.
That's pretty helpful.
It's a lot, and then the later the game goes, the more the minions are worth.
Okay.
So here, when I think you do this off of a kill. So you kill the Garen.
Right.
One thing that you did, which I was not very happy with, but it was BM, and it is what it is you kind of danced on him here.
Yeah, yeah. That was for views,
And,
but
and you
that's because people
and
are
you can
watching.
you can hear me. I'm like, push the wave, push the wave, push the
Oh,
wave.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
And because you're wasting such precious seconds not crashing this, and it forces you to stay for one more after. And
Yeah.
the difference is the whole dance.
Yeah, legit, dude. I will go for the joke. I will 100% go for the joke, right?
It's worth it, and it'll piss them off, but it can also screw you over.
No, it's just amuse chat. That's for amuse chat. But I
I
do
got it.
understand that.
It's we're content creators. I get it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But if you're gonna do this and you're gonna commit to the bit and you're gonna dance on his head after you kill him, then you have to take the next wave too.
Okay, 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 okay.
Because he's still dead for 14 seconds. So he's dead for 14, and then it takes him another
How
like
long
10
are
to
people
get to
dead
lane.
when they're dead?
Sorry?
How long are people dead when they're dead initially, like early on?
Well, you can always see.
But there's usually a timer on them, right?
Yeah, the timer is right there, bottom right.
68 seconds or whatever. But oh yeah, okay,
That's
yeah,
in the
yeah,
lane.
yeah. Okay, cool.
And the death timer is very important because when you look at how long someone's dead, it gives you an idea of how much you can get away with while they're dead.
Right. Yeah. No. 100%. Okay, I get it.
So we needed to crash that next wave. You were basing. I told you to crash it. We got the crash off, and we're good to go.
Okay. All right.
Next note is 1506. See 1506. Okay. Here we just got a kill on Garen.
Right.
We're really strong. You're 2 and 1. You have an entire item, and you have tier 2 boots.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at those Garen's items, he's got components for an item, but he has nothing going for him. You're up
Okay.
a level. You're up an item. You have flash. So there's no universe where he can come close to contesting you.
Right.
Right? So why are you giving him this cannon? Look at it.
Okay.
He should never be able to come close to this.
So, okay, and it could be wrong. My idea, because I thought he was kind of a crappy Garen, I was going to go through the bush over there. I was going to Q flashy him and kill him by the wave, right? But again, so that means I'm losing something to try that stunt that didn't work out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And you're just risking a 200 gold swing because it's not that if he gets the cannon,
Right.
he gets 80 gold.
Right.
But if he doesn't get the cannon, then that's like 80 gold that he never gets, and that's a 160 gold swing.
No. Yeah. Okay.
So
I wanted to kill him though. I wanted to kill him.
you can still kill him.
But after I deal with the cannon issue. Okay. All right. Okay,
Well, the thing is,
it's reprioritizing.
he
right?
doesn't know. He probably doesn't know that he can't contest you on this cannon.
Right.
So
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
probably still go for the cannon,
And then I
but
can-
your movement is wrong. So instead of going top for the bush here, just
Right.
stand right next to the cannon and say, "You want the cannon? Come
And
get
if if he tries to last hit it, make him pay.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
all right.
instead, what you do is this.
Yeah, that's okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of wave manage and stuff, but not looking at it this granularly. That's one of the words I have a hard time saying. That's what you get when you get a half a dozen concussions. So at this micro of a level, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not. I'm pretty focused on Garrett, right?
Yeah.
Not on the wave.
This is
state.
what make you kind of. I think instead of focusing on Garen, focus on what Garen wants. And then say, okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
at a
what-
stage where I can just take that away from him entirely.
What Garen probably wants is a nice girlfriend, but every time he gets in a lobby with a girl, he yells stuff about sandwiches, and then they don't talk
Well,
to him. So it's not
he'll
working
never
out
get
for
an
him.
e-girlfriend if he can't farm and get the silver.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Is that the
So-
way it works?
Yeah.
That's entry
You gotta
level.
get the silver.
Entry
That's
level
entry level.
girlfriend.
Yeah. So here we should just be standing right next to the cannon and denying him that.
Okay,
option
instead of like
completely.
creeping around the bush and all that stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
This
guys,
is
I see.
kind of-
I see what happened, and I lost a cannon there, right?
Yeah. Well, you lost the cannon. You couldn't have gotten it,
and you got a free cannon,
but he got a free cannon.
right? And right there, if he was going there and I was behind that wave, that means I
He's
can cue
dead.
flashy. He's dead.
You don't even have to flash because if he goes for that cannon, you're right there next to it.
You know the best thing about flashing though is
Oh, I mean, you get a TikTok clip.
that's right. Yeah, and also I
Yeah.
get 1,000 people telling me not to do that. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
But you get the point.
yeah.
Okay, this is very important because like people will tunnel in on cannons so hard, And
Right.
even in the elo that I play in, I will still kill people for greeting cannon, and I still get killed for greeting cannon. This is a concept that never gets old, and
Right.
you never like outrank it.
This is a constant in the universe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's
Okay.
really when
So
you go, okay, yeah, okay. I like, yeah, that's a much better, I like this. I like this. I don't, what's the word? This is a much deeper layer. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. This is advanced. Like this is high up.
I like that. Second question.
Yeah,
That skin looks good though, right?
it's clean. This is my
All right,
favorite.
okay. All right. So when I get auto-filled mid or jungle, I always go crab.
Yeah.
I always go crab.
Yeah.
Because it's also a lower profile skin. Like I don't care what anybody says. I love the mech skin, but it's a bigger target. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this one's terrifying. If you go up against someone who's never played against Urgot in mid lane and you have this skin,
Oh, that's true.
they're gonna give you so much more respect.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
There's a note that I made about waiting at the fountain for gold, and let's see where you do it.
Oh yeah. No, it was a bad back and I was short, and there was a discussion about the boots, right?
So here,
Yeah.
so here you have 10 seconds to wait until you can buy Tiamat.
Right.
Look what you do for the 10 seconds.
I just sit in the middle of it and move instead of moving.
You
to the
just
edge.
sit in the middle.
So I can split that difference by going to the edge. Yeah. By the way, Waldo
Yeah.
told me. Waldo told
Yeah.
me this is what he told me to do. As soon as I land, click the edge of the fountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should be a habit that you form, and it saves you seconds, and that second can be the difference between you getting a cannon and not. And the cannon is worth a third of a kill. We already went over this. It's so important.
Okay.
And it's such a minor detail that's easy to make a habit. You just have to be mindful about it.
Okay.
So there we go. Wasted a couple extra seconds.
And that's 1, 2,
29
3,
minutes.
4.
There's
That's like
another
at least
note.
4 seconds to walk off that damn thing.
Yeah. Yep. And that's a long time in League.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Let's see, 29 minutes. I made another note. So here we were trying to cheese Lysandra. She
Right,
was
yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
to farm.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was gonna finish farming top and then come into the bush.
Right.
So I'm like, stay, go in that right bush.
I was gonna.
So look
I
where
was
you-
just gonna leave. I was like out of there. So part of that is just being safe, like because one of the big things I've been trying to work on is not dying.
Yeah.
Like, things go better. Like you know what I mean. Getting a kill is great, but not dying 3 times is
Yeah,
super great.
it's important, but that's not really what I'm trying to
there's-
highlight here.
there's an
It's more
opportunity.
just the way that you approach playing around vision.
Right.
So the Lysandra isn't going to see you if we go for this play until she walks into the bush.
Oh.
That means that you can push your vision of Lysandra more by walking all the way to the edge of the bush on the right, because
Oh.
you're assuming that she's going to come from the right side.
Right.
So look what happens here. Lysandra ends up walking into you.
I could have got her.
You could have got her. It was warded, but
Right.
it's the concept. It's more just you being on the left side of the bush instead of the right side.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Right side would have made a big difference if the play ends up working.
Sorry,
It
I'm making.
didn't.
Okay. Okay.
But it's still important to note that in order for these plays to work at
Yeah.
a higher percentage, you want to reduce the amount of travel time that your E's going to do, and you do that by just making it so that the enemy has to face check you in melee range and not in range, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, it does make sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing. You can see I'm doing some stuff on autopilot because I don't know better. I'm out. You know, I'm just like I'm out. So, but yeah. Okay.
That's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
33 minutes is my last note about this game. See what happens.
Oh, I got to write a question I have for you. So
Sure.
we can do it after this note, if that's okay.
Okay. Oh, okay, I remember what happened. So here,
Right.
what should you do here in
Okay.
this situation?
Go for the tower.
Okay, but you don't.
What do I do?
You press W.
Oh, you said the auto. Okay. What's happening? So is this you were talked about that briefly? Is don't W it, just auto attack it?
Yeah, because your W is going to target whatever's closest to you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that just so happens to be the minions.
So and does that trigger the tower on me?
It doesn't trigger the tower on you, but it just makes the tower is alive longer. Because if you had just TP'd to the cannon here
Right.
and autoed the tower,
Right.
it would have just died.
Okay.
If you auto it 4 or 5 times, which is more than enough time that this wave can tank this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you would have got the tower, and then you would have had
So I could have
an
ignored them.
easier time. Yeah, you could have just ignored the
Okay,
minions or
okay.
just one-shot the wave after you take the tower. But it should
Hijack
always
zero
be
one
tower
six.
and then wave, not wave and then tower.
Okay.
Because if you get the tower first and then you don't happen to get the wave because the enemy team catches up to you and kills you, at least you
Right.
got what you came for.
So again, though, sometimes I make these mistakes because, like in my games, panic is a legitimate strat. So
Yeah. No, I get it, but this is just like we're just going over it after
no,
and trying to fix it.
I'm joking around. Sans,
Yeah.
I'm joking around. So
Okay,
no,
got it.
okay, but that's okay. I will practice that actually because
Yeah.
okay, because that's what I'll do. So when you know, like when we're trying to close the game out, I'll turn my W off and just tap it because I don't want because it's not gonna if it's not doing what I want, it's not helping, right?
Yep. This was really clean, the 1v2.
Oh, thank you.
But then I think what you do after is, again, we kind of just like panic a little bit and you don't know what to do.
Yep.
So here, as soon as you get a kill, you should look at your map and see what's going on.
Right.
So we see that Seraphine and Ash are both bot and that they're not channeling resets, which
Tower.
means that they're at least 7 seconds away
Right.
from coming back to base.
So I can push
And
the
that
tower.
leaves you with a timer to go hit that top turret.
Okay.
And I think your immediate reaction after the 1v2 was to back off.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff happened, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it's just like, it's a habit.
Maybe you know it. Thank you.
It's like just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
more
no,
you
no,
get into
but they're
these
bad- they're
situations,
bad
the more you're going
habits,
to be
though.
composed.
It's a bad habit, though, right?
It is a bad, but it just comes from practice.
But also,
like,
okay, but also this is follow up with Max, right? Because it's about being purposeful in your action, right?
Yep.
And I don't you watch my TikTok. Sometimes I talk about this because I like to be purposeful in life, right? And most people are just reactionary and blah, yeah. So
Yeah.
oh, I like it. Okay, I like that.
So try to make it a habit to look at your map as much as possible, and see what's going on, because you are making this play knowing that stuff is happening in the river, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you want to get updated on what happened in the river after your play is over. And then based on that information that you've gotten, you can make a play after and say, okay, well, Seraphine, Ash, and Rammus are mid, and they haven't reset, so I can go for this turret. But instead, we waste a lot of time.
Oh, you know the notes you got there in the notepad.
Yep.
Is the note say, is it stuff that I can you email that to me or send it to me or something or put it in Discord?
The stuff is just like mental notes for me, but I can elaborate on them
But
and
it'll be
send you them on Discord.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't want you to do work, but it's just for me to review, right? Because I need to review afterwards because I'm still, I'm not going to absorb everything, right?
Sure, I'll just copy paste this to you right now.
Perfect. Appreciate that.
Problem.
Actually, can you fax it to me?
I don't have that. That's a little. So here we could have taken probably 2 turrets, to be honest.
I can see your chat, right? So I know what's going
on. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I think the laning was good, and I think you definitely played better than you would have if it wasn't for like.
Well, so yeah, but I mean, I wasn't surviving. I was actually being.
Yeah, intentful.
Yeah, and as a result, I was something they had to deal with, right?
Yeah, and you had a
everybody.
lead, and they had to send 3 for you every single time.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I personally, I take that as a win. Now
it is a win. It's
yeah,
like a show
hopefully
of
your
respect.
team does something with that. Mine usually wander in the jungle, or they start texting people, or whatever. Right? So,
well, we got to get out of bronze for that to happen.
yes. Well, so did I tell you that I got an alt account last year?
Like a Smurf.
Yeah. Well, I'm not good enough to be a Smurf, but I bought an alt account. I got an account. And I did because my MMR was just trash, right? For lots of reasons. And then, so I did my placements, got B1, played 4 games, bang, I was S4. So, but I will go back and play on that account occasionally here. And generally there I'm playing around people that are B1 and S's. The games are different.
Yep.
And I'll go play there for a little bit and come back here and I play better here.
Yeah.
Because I can't get away with the crap.
It's great practice.
Well, you pick up a lot of bad habits that, because you're in low elo, you can get away with, right?
Yep. Did you have any questions?
Oh yeah.
With the last...
How do I kill Irelia?
How do you kill Aurelia?
Yeah. She's like such a hard matchup for me.
You just stand in the Tribush level 1, and take a really, really aggressive trade, and she can't play for the entire rest of the game.
Oh, I love when you take that nice trade and then
It works every single time. It will work
because she's not full health.
because she's not full health, and it's very hard to play Aurelia in lower ranks because she's so mechanically intensive. So a lot of the time, even if the Aurelia lands a stun, you can interrupt her Q with your E, and then she doesn't get another Q.
So whoa, what's that?
You can interrupt Aurelia's Q midair.
Dude, so much, like every time I play, like if I play against a good one, it's like watching like a molecule that's having like a frenetic attack. I'm not even sure, it's just bouncing all over the place.
I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a good Aurelia in bronze.
Well, I'm the best
I always say on
in
my
bronze, but I'm not the best Urgot. You know what I mean? So I watch some of the people that are best Urgots. They're terribly impressive.
I think Aurelia is so much harder to be good at than Urgot.
Oh no! Yeah.
So I think you can really. This is where I think it's important to see past a champion and not to be scared of any champ in bronze, because
Right.
you know a lot of things that the enemy doesn't know.
Right.
Especially now that you have like all this extra information about waves, about like timers, things like that. You know so much more than these players.
and
So
value-
forget
value.
about the champion that you're playing,
Right.
and think about the player.
And value judgments.
Yep.
Right, and that's like the value I'm talking about when people are chasing. Because this is one of my biggest. You know, I'm going to say it's bronze, right? But bronze will turn into ARAM faster than you can spit, right?
Yes, but ARAM can sometimes be good for you because while we're getting nothing done mid, you can just take something out the like top or bottom.
Oh, I do. I'm not getting involved with that
Yeah,
trash.
yeah.
I'm out of here.
That's good.
That was a big mistake
good.
right there. Yeah, I did exactly everything you told me not to there.
Oh, good. That's limit testing is fine.
But I did it wrong properly.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. I can't get a call again until I get 100 CS in 10 minutes.
No, we are not touching Cole. That item is dead
110
until you get 100 at 10 in the practice tool.
in the practice tool.
Yeah.
Okay. 100 at 10. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's okay. No.
Anything else?
No. That
Okay.
that totally sounds fair. Like I really appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, anytime.
Like it's massively valuable and it's very kind of you. I appreciate it.
So if you want, what we can do is I'll leave you with this info because it can be a bit overloading and overwhelming, and just let you do your thing for a few days, and then we can just do a follow-up, like try to get a few streams in, a few days of solo queue, try to like measure your improvement.
Yeah. Okay. This week. Yeah.
And then-
Okay. Yep.
Sure, and then we can just do another like a what do you call it, a follow-up session?
I would love that, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid, man.
Okay,
I
sounds good.
appreciate
So
that
let's
very
do
much,
that.
man.
All right. Well, it was very fun. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
I insist on your updates. I want to know when you got 8 CS per minute. I want to know when you got 10. So let's get the silver.
You'll be getting added, my friend.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
it. Did you see this? Did you see that?
Okay,
this is
I'm
good.
looking forward to it.
No, that's fantastic, and thank you very much for the positive vibes as well.
No worries, man.
That's awesome.
I did want to show you one more thing.
Oh,
I wanna
okay,
show
okay.
you one more thing. In the practice tool. Let's do that here.
Can you hear me whisper right now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay,
It's good
all right.
ASMR mic.
Okay. I actually don't usually go close to my mic because I don't know if you've ever noticed. I tend to yell a lot, right? So, ooh, I like hiding on here. What are we doing?
So I'm gonna show you something that you probably already know, but I just want to like reinforce it.
Is it the cycle
And
of
it's the
W's?
reason why the Urgot E flash is good.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
It's not
the
so
E
much
flash,
that
not the flash E.
well, flash E can be good sometimes, like it has a place, but I think E flash you kind of do it for the wrong reason.
Okay.
So the reason why E flash can be good is because it can redirect Urgot. It's not so much as a gap closer, but more of like a movement. Do you see my screen right now?
Yeah. I'm cocking my head like a dog right now. That's why I'm.
Okay.
Oh.
So check this out. The way that you E-flash
Yeah.
is you usually just go like this, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Bam. Yeah.
But with the reason why Urgot E-flash is so good is because I can catch someone off guard even more by casting my E this way and then flashing to the left like that. I didn't land it there, but you get the point.
Oh, well, like a hook.
like a redirection. So let's say, because Urgot's E is telegraphed. Where Urgot's going to go is very obvious because he faces that direction before he E's.
Okay, so you can.
So let's say I'm facing down here. My face is pointing down.
Right.
But I want to E top left. Urgot is going to change his face to facing top left.
Right.
And then the higher elo you go, the more a player will react to where your face is as a champion.
Right.
So I'm facing bottom left here, and I want to go bottom right.
So
Urgot will change his face to bottom right.
So could you E on a 45-degree angle and then flash on the 45 the other way? Is that basically?
Yes.
Oh.
Let me show you.
Okay, I will legit. Okay. But also,
Well,
you
I'm
get,
not
you
sure
get
if
a,
I
you get a
understood
better
the
range too, though, with the E flash, right?
You do get more range, yep.
Yeah. I was just missing. By the way, I have been using the E flash, but you know when I usually use it when they're chasing me back to my tower.
Yeah.
Right. It's a really good. I'm out of here. Because
So one thing that you can do is, like, let's say your enemy is to your right. Right here. But you know that if I E to my right, enemy is going to flash out of it because they're going to notice.
Boom. Yeah, they're going. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to notice my character facing to the right and then flash away. So what you can do is E down, pretend that you're escaping, and then redirect your flash to being behind them. Like that. And that can be a really good tool to catch someone off guard and get a guaranteed E off.
Well, I'm going to want to clip that and watch that. So.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I'll play with that in the tool because that would be a really cool, especially. Oh, that's okay.
Yep. And also just practice using your E first and then your flash, not E flash at the same time.
It's hard. I was gonna unbind flash for a little while just because I'm so like I got so.
It's just a muscle memory thing. Just do it
huge.
10 times in a row in practice tool and you'll be good to go.
It's huge. It's huge muscle memory, right? So.
Yeah. And then for your R, again, just use it as like a follow-up tool.
Okay,
yeah,
so wait a minute.
So wait a minute.
You're using the flash mid E to redirect it.
Yep.
Ah, that's sneaky.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very sneaky.
So listen, I'm older, right? So I can't use like speed and accuracy. I have to use like age and treachery. So so I like age and treachery now.
Yeah.
Especially when I got like some crazy mechanically inclined 13-year-old that's beating the crap out of me, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna.
Well, they don't know about this mechanic, and that's where you get the edge.
Okay.
So
I like that. Yeah, because
practice this one.
Yeah, that gets me out of the meat and potatoes kind of. Okay.
Yep. And then as a follow-up to this combo is your R.
Right.
So there's an extra layer to this combo where you can E, flash behind to misdirect, and then R at like right after you land your E. So it looks like this. And then auto.
Whoa.
That's it.
That's like literally a 4. Like you drew a 4.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Write
that down, next. I'm writing it down too.
Okay.
Okay. I will legit practice that in the. That's okay. That's such a good way to bait somebody.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I like that a lot. Okay. All right, I'll practice that in the practice tool. I swear I will do that.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'll be waiting for the updates then.
See, this is the great. See, I teach. Well, you teach college, right? But I always learn stuff from my students every year, right? So
yeah.
So I'm massively learning here as well, and I really appreciate it, man. So
no worries, anytime.
Okay, I will make you look good, my friend.
All right, give it that. I'm waiting for it.
And if not, you'll never hear from me again. I'll just cancel my Twitch and I'm done.
Sounds good. Take care, man.
Thank you so much, man.
No worries. Have a good night.
GG's, pal. Well, that was educational. Holy crap, that was very educational.
Like, subscribe, share.